Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about Fiber to Fabric Class 7 Science book about wool. Wool is obtained from the fleece hair of sheep or yak. Wool is obtained from sheep, goat, yak, camel, etc. There are two types of fibers that form its fleece. 1. The coarse beard hair. 2. The fine soft underhair close to the skin. The fine hair provide the fibers for making wool. Some breeds of sheep possesses only fine underhair. Their parents are specially chosen to give birth to sheep which have only soft underhair. This process of selecting parents for obtaining special characters in their offspring, such as soft underhair in sheep, is termed as selective breeding. So basically, selective breeding is when the caretaker of sheep chooses two special sheep in which soft wool was possessed, and he like he chooses those two sheep to give birth to an offspring that has very soft underhair, which is obtained from their parents. Animals that yield wool. Several breeds of sheep are found in different parts of our country. However, the fleece of sheep is not the only source of wool, though wool commonly available in the market is sheep wool, llama, sheep wool. Yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh. Angora wool is obtained from Angora goats found in hilly regions such as Jammu and Kashmir. Wool is also obtained from goat hair. The underfur of Kashmiri goat is soft. It is woven into fine shawls called pashmina shawls. The fur on the body of camels is also used as wool. Llama and alpaca, found in South America, also yield wool. From fibers to wool. Rearing and breeding of sheep. If you travel to the hills in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim, or the plains of Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Gujarat, you can find all these kind of sheep. Sheep are herbivores and prefer grass and leaves. Apart from grazing sheep, rearers also feed them on a mixture of pulses, corn, jowar, oil cakes, material left after taking out oil from seeds, and minerals. In winter, sheep are kept indoors and fed on leaves, grain, and dry fodder. From fibers to wool. Step 1. The fleece of the sheep, along with a thin layer of skin, is removed from its body. This process is called shearing. Shearing machines, similar to those used by barbarians, are used to shave off hair. So basically, shearing is when the hair of the sheep is removed along with a thin layer of skin. Is called shearing. Usually, hair are removed during the hot weather. This enables sheep to survive without their protective coat of hair. So with their protective coat of hair, that is fleece, they will be very exhausted and it will be very hot for them. So only in the hot weather the hair is removed, but it's not removed in the winter season. The hair provide woolen fibers. Woolen fibers are then processed to obtain wool yarn. Shearing does not hurt the sheep. So basically, when you get a haircut, do you ever feel the pain of when the barber cuts your hair? No, it's the same like that for sheep. It doesn't get hurt because it's like it's their hair. It's like type of their hair only. Step 2. Thoroughly washed in tanks to remove grease, dust, and dirt. This is called scouring. So scouring is when the wool is taken to like a place where it is washed in tanks to remove the dirt and grease and dust, and this is called scouring. So to make the wool clean, they do this process. Step 3. After scouring, sorting is done. Sorting that hairy skin is sent to a factory where hair of different textures are separated or sorted. So after the scoring, they take the cleaned wool to the factories where they will check the different textures and separate it to different categories. Step 4. The small fluffy fibers burrs are picked out from the hair. These are the same burrs which sometimes appear on your sweaters. The fibers are scoured again and dried. This is the wool ready to be drawn into fibers. Step 5. The fibers can be dyed in various colors as the natural fleece of sheep and goats is black, brown or white. So if the wool if the fleece of the sheep or goats is white, they keep some color to it to change the color to say red. That is called that is the process of step 5. Step 6. The fibers are straightened, combed and rolled into yarn. The longer fibers are made into wool for sweaters and the shorter fibers are spun and woven into woolen cloth. About silk. The rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk is called sericulture. Soon the caterpillar completely covers itself by silk fibers. This covering is known as cocoon. The most common silk moth is the mulberry silk moth. Rearing silkworms. A female moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time. The eggs are stored carefully on strips of cloth or paper and sold to silkworm farmers. These farmers keep eggs under hygienic conditions of temperature and humidity. And when the eggs crack, they will the the small caterpillars will come out and then they'll feed for 2 to 3 weeks. They'll feed on the mulberry leaves and then they will form themselves in cocoon. Discovery of silk. The exact time of discovery of silk is perhaps unknown. According to an old Chinese legend, the Empress Si Lung Qi was asked by the Emperor Huang Ti to find the cause of the damaged leaves of mulberry trees growing in their garden. The Empress found white worms eating up mulberry leaves. She also noticed that they were spinning shiny cocoons around them. Accidentally, a cocoon dropped into a cup of tea, and a tangle of delicate threads separated from the cocoon. Silk industry began in China and was kept a closely guarded secret for hundreds of years. Later on, traders and travelers introduced silk to other countries. The route they travel is still called the Silk Route. Processing silk. Processing silk. A pile of cocoons is used for obtaining silk fibers. The cocoons are kept under the sun or boiled or exposed to steam. The silk fibers separate out. The process of taking out threads from the cocoon for use as silk is called reeling the silk. Reeling is done in the reeling the silk in special machines which unwind the threads or fibers of silk from the cocoon. Silk fibers are then spun into silk threads which are woven into silk cloth by weavers. Thank you for listening to this presentation. Thank you.